All right, folks, we're going to get started now. Thank you so much for joining our Tuesday lunchtime lecture this week. My name is Sarah McKinnon. I'm faculty director of LACIS, and it is our pleasure to have you here with us. Please feel free to get something to drink, a little light snack if you want. And it is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, María Morfin. Maria has a degree in social communication from the Autonomous Metropolitan University in Mexico, and her professional work, she's worked in cultural promotion with children, training educators, teachers, and parents, and coordinating local and state educational projects, as well as preparing texts and materials to support the learning process. Since 1997, she's lived in Tepoztlan, Mexico. And in 2000, she founded an organization called La Jugareta, Espacios de Participación. And this is an organization for the development and participation of children and youth. And it supports girls and boys and young people so they can really participate in the good of the community. So we are going to be learning today about a project that Maria has organized and has developed. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, and thank you for having me here. I really enjoy to talk about this project and to share with people like you and with the students and the university community, and also with Madison people that I'm very happy to know that they are interested in this issue. So I'm going to speak in English, hoping that you can understand me. And sometimes some words escape my mind, so I'm going to tell them in Spanish. So.
We love that.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to speak a little bit about our organization. I know that you are interested more in the migration phenomena. No, we are working in that field, but also in others. And for that, I want to start with our basic ideas. So you can understand how the work is organized and why do we do what we do. So we are, if you can, we are a non-profit, and we are dedicated to serve the common good. So that's the when we say that, we are thinking about for everybody, including children and teenagers, to live with all their rights, no? A life of dignity is that. So we also work for achieve better possible world. So that is that we can imagine how we want our communities, how we want our schools, our families, and imagine and to make it possible. But we work for do that. We work with children and teenagers. It's not for them, but with them, because they are people with abilities and capacities to do so, to participate in their communities, no? And not also the ability, but the right to do that. So that's why we seek opportunities for expression and participation for them. That's the main idea, no? If we can go. And so our mission is to generate the necessary conditions, no, for them to express, to execute their right to participate. So when we say the rights of participation is we are saying that they have the right to express their own opinions, to be heard, and to be taken in account to make decisions. Also, to play, to organize, be together, to have information, to live their own culture, to speak their own language, to have their own religion. All that is the right to participate based in the definition or the articles in the Convention of the Right for the Child, no? So that is our basic framework, no? Because the thing is that we need them to be included in the development of the social groups, any social group, and consider also key actors in the construction of more just and democratic societies. No, it's not that we are very nice people and we are going to let them to participate. It's because they have the ability and they have the right to do so. And also we need that. I am convinced that we as adults need the kids and teenagers participation because the ideas that they have are fresh, are different from our own ideas. So we need that kind of thinking to solve problems, no? So that participation is can make our societies richer. That the diversity of thinking is very convenient, no? So it's not only because they have the right, because it's also in our own benefit. So we envision that. We envision a society in which children and teenagers are taken in account, and their voice has a real influence, a real one, on achieving collective improvements. For example, there's sometimes some exercises like some children to be I don't know, diputados, house diputados, senadores, senators for a day, and they play to be senators. That is not participation. That is just playing. We need them to participate in the real world, no? So that's very important. So we want to achieve that girls and boys and teenagers can participate in all areas, but that interest them, not because our interest, but because of theirs, no? Families, school, communities. The article of the Convention of the Rights of the Child says, the child has the right to express his opinion in all issues that affect them. So the question is, what issues affect the children? You can say education, you can say security, you can say, I don't know, health. But the truth is, all issues affect children. No, everything. War, pollution, what else? Poverty. Any law is affecting them. Any decision, if we want to put here a highway, it will affect them. No, so so who defines in what issues can children say something, no, say their opinion. The children, not us, no, because it's their own interest, the important thing, no? So they can participate in everything. In Mexico, for example, that that convention, international convention, we as a country, we signed and agree with that convention. Now we have a national law based in that convention. For us in Mexico, for Mexicans, it's mandatory to listen to the children. No. So, and also institutions has to listen to them in order to make decisions. We don't do it, but that's a next step. We are learning how to do it, but it's mandatory, no? And also, so the path is they have to. We are we have the obligation to asegurar, to ensure that the kids can live that right, no? But also we have the obligation to let them learn how to do it, no? Because we don't know how to participate. We must learn to do that. And how do you learn that? Participating. That's the only way. It's when you learn to ride a bike, you have to ride a bike. It's the same thing. So we must, and that's the other goal, we must open opportunities for them to participate. No? So to acquire the appropriate knowledge, skills, and attitudes to do so. No? Okay, and the third one is that we adults do not know how to listen to children. That's the truth. We need to learn to do that, because we adults, we think that we are the ones who know everything, and the kids do not nothing, and they are learning, so they do not know. So that's something we must change. It's a very, very profound change, very deeply in ourselves to change that, that we can listen and we can learn from them also, and we can help and they can help us. So that's the other goal, working with adults to do so. Okay. Okay, I'm going to maybe skip that. Yeah. So we can, the other one, please. Okay. So, we have developed a model, a methodology to work with children in this participation processes, no? But we have several programs in the Tepoztlán. We go to communities and we play with children and we listen to them and develop projects with them. But now I'm going to talk about our work on the borders, because we have a program with UNICEF that we go to we have teams in different cities in the north and in the south. And the north is Tijuana, Mexicali, that's Baja California. Nogales, Hermosillo, Sonora, and Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, those. And then in the south are in Villahermosa y Tenosique in Tabasco, Tuxtla Gutiérrez and Tapachula in Chiapas. That's our, and in Mexico City too, because there are also migrant camps in Mexico City. So we go to the shelters and to the camps to do play sessions mostly. So I'm going to tell you how do we do that. Our convocatoria, our call is through play. So children know, they know that we are coming to play with them. So, and we go once a week or twice, it depends, just for 2 hours. And we bring materials and play things like balls and books for reading, and we mostly play, and also we make artistic activities, like as you can see in this picture. If you ask one, there's some other pictures about that. So that's the kind of environment you see. It's just free playing, because that's another thing. We need the children to have more time of free playing, because we tend to organize their days. After school, you are going to be and to do this and this workshop and I don't know what, many interesting things, but when are we going to just play what I like? And so that's very important too, because while you play, lots of things happen. You are making decisions, you are dialoguing, you are listening, you are organizing, so well, that's the one of the things you do. And then if you can put the other one, once we manage to build a trustly and secure space with them, so they see us as partners. This adult is listening to me and is playing with me. They always want to play with adults. They love to play with adults. They want us to play with them. So when we do that, we start to ask questions. For example, what do you want to do next? What else do you want to do together? And they say many things. Whatever. It could be whatever. And then we decide with them if we can do this or not, or what activities can we do, or what is going to be the first one. So we do not have a program. We do not go as in the first session, you do this, and in the second, you do that. The children always tell us what to do. Those pictures, all of them are from shelters in different cities. So we can make crafts, arts, play sports, I don't know, make food, learn something together. It could be anything, and also we ask them, okay, what are going to be our rules for this group and the time we are together? What can we do and what cannot do? So they also say things like no hitting somebody, no calling names, no, or we want to, I don't know, if you go out, be quiet or something. No, you can participate at any time. I don't know. and so the group makes their own rules, no? That's another thing that it happens in the, and it's very nice because um because once they understand that it's not the teacher who is saying you cannot do that, you can do that, they take the rules for them, and they can tell the others, remember that we say that you cannot hit. So it's wonderful because for you it's like, okay, I can relax because the children are already making order. It's they don't need me anymore. No. So for example, this group is they are security measures where, because they are these children are of this picture are sons and daughters of the market vendors. So they come and go alone because we were in the plaza. So we talk with them. Okay, it's okay, you can go on. But if I don't, if you are here and I don't see you, I don't know where are you. So they decided to no let the adults know where am I. No, stick together. Don't be alone. So when something happens, say, fire, fire, help, help. No? So that's their own way to say things. How can we be secure and no and take care of us together every. Also, we ask many questions. Many questions. So another question is, what things do you don't like of your community, your school, the shelter you are in? So how can we identify and those things? We can talk about it, but also we can go and see them. No, okay, so let's go and and take pictures, or I don't know, and then we can make a map of the shelter, of the school, of the community, and then we can uh, write here what's happening in this corner, no, and here I don't like because there are street dogs, and I'm scared about that, or here too many trash, or I don't know, everything. This corner is very dark. I don't like to go there. It's dangerous. So, or in the shelters, for example, situations um, like we don't like there because adults are smoking there, or we don't like the food, or that kind of things. The daily situations they live. No, so we do that kind of diagnosis with them. We have tools to do that, and they can also develop projects about that. So a project is any idea that the kids want to do together. Anything. A party can be a project. To learn to swim, it's a project. Because we are not Santa Claus. We are not just making wishes come true. That's not our job. Our job is to ask the group how they can achieve that goal together. So you would like to go to swim? What do we need to do that? That's the questions we ask. And the kids start to identify their own resources. Yes, I know my cousin works in a hotel and maybe they have a pool. Maybe they can let us go. Okay, okay. And so it's like, okay. And then we organize and who is going to do what. No, and so any idea can it can be transformed in a project. Doesn't matter what. No, because sometimes we are afraid. No, I don't know what they are going to say. Maybe I don't know how to do that, or it's very difficult, or it's very expensive. No, but the truth is that um, if you can return the problem to the group, the group will find a way. There's a story I like to tell for a group of, I don't know, 7, 8-year-olds in a school. They wanted to create a park. No? So we want a new park in our town because there are few and very little. Okay, imagine when they say that, what do you imagine? It's expensive. I don't know how it is, and you start to make faces, no? Like but if you say to the children, "Oh, that's very difficult," you kill the idea, you kill the motivation. So what do we do? Ask questions. Okay, and how do you want the park? Do you want to try it? Yes. Well, imagine the parks. No, everything, no? Roller coasters and swimming pools and everything. No? So very beautiful parks. Okay. Okay. And where are we going to put the park? Well, in some land. Okay. What and how do we get that land? Well, we can buy it. Okay. And it's great because they want to help. They want to do it. Some boy said at one point, he said, I have 50 pesos. So they want to put their own resources there, no? They are willing to do it. So, okay, we need to find out how can a land cost, no? The costs, the prices, I don't know. Okay. So we went home and then next week they went like, land is very expensive. Okay, well, so what do we do? Okay, maybe we can fix to put prettier park that already exists in that. Okay, let's go to see the parks. And we went and took pictures about the slides broken, the grass not grow, too tall, and the garbage and all that. So, and they decide which park they wanted to. And so they decide, okay, let's go to talk with the mayor so he can help us. Okay, we made the appointment with the mayor. He received the children. They talk with him. We want this park to be prettier and the mayor, as a good politician, said, "Okay, don't worry. I have the money to do that. I will do it." Okay, the children went like, "Okay, he's going to do it. Okay, but now what we are going to do because he stole our idea." No, so it was like Okay, the mayor sent his infrastructure officer, I don't know, to talk with the children in the park, and they told him, look at this, this is bad, this is, but the weeks passed, and the mayor and the officer, nothing happened. So they decided to invite their parents. Okay, let's paint the slides and all that. No? So we made a day with the parents, and we all together painted it. This is a process that tells you that kids can achieve things, and the important thing also is what they've learned. No, they also learn that politicians don't trust politicians. Yeah, it's like no. So that's a very nice example of what you can do with them. No, okay. There's another kind of exercises with them. We use many graphic things, no? They can write, they can put things, draw, anything, no? Okay. So that's it. They generate ideas, no? A proposal on what they would like to change, improve, or also maintain, because they are things that we like, no? So, and in any level, no, in any environment, you can do that. With migrant children, it's a little bit more difficult because they move too fast. They are moving. So we work with them for, I don't know, 3-4 weeks or something like that, because there are also children that we see them for in a week, and the other week they are not there anymore. So processes are more difficult. We try to do less big thing, little things, smaller things, no? But it's the same thinking. Okay. So that's another shelter with another exercise using hands. So we also we do this. No, we always work in circle. Circle is it's very nice for talking, no, because we all see and there's no one in front. No, so and they like to do that. They like to be taken seriously. They know the difference of we are now playing and we are talking seriously now. No? So that's also a very important moment of our sessions. It could be at the beginning, at the end, and we can talk with about many things. And we decide together. That's the important thing on yeah. So that program is made with them, no? And we organize together. Also, for example, when we work with children from many countries, because in the shelters there are families or children from Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, Venezuela, sometimes Brazil, Colombia, also not from America, Egypt, well, Haiti, Senegal, Ukraine it's like Russia. So when you work with children from all those countries, one beautiful thing is that they can share games from their countries. So they can also teach us how to play different things. No? And also they together share words. Imagine us trying to talk with Egyptian teenagers. We had to use the apps, translation apps, fortunately, because otherwise very difficult. But they teach their peers, no, words and phrases. One of them told us that the first phrase he learned in the shelter was turn off the light in Spanish because they sleep together. So he had to learn turn off the lights. Yeah, so okay. Okay, so we try to that children can transform their own environment. In this case, the environment is the shelter. No, it doesn't matter if you are going to be there for a day, for 2 days, 3, or a week, or a month. It doesn't matter. It's your space now, and it's your community for this time. So, and you have interest in common, no, here, because we are all living here. So, for example, the small ones decided that they didn't understand the signs. So they decided to make their own signs. So they and other children could understand. These are, I think there's a mistake, but it doesn't matter. The thing is that they translate the language, no? So, and I don't have the picture, but we have a very great experience with small ones that we make with them with cardboard, some like I would say
Like
spectacle
binoculars or
binoculars,
glasses?
yeah. So and we ask them, okay, let's look for dangerous places. And it's wonderful because they are like really concentrate and focus on what are we looking for. And then they say, that door because my friend got hurt there. That the stairs because, and they decided to put signs of careful, here careful. And that was just a hand saying stop. And stop at the door, stop at the stairs, stop. Okay. This is another story. 5 minutes, yeah, yes, I'm finishing now. This is another story of Mexico. There are many teenagers traveling alone, from many countries. So when migration in Mexico detects one, the state's duty is to protect that kid. Doesn't matter if Mexican or not. So to protect them, they move them to shelters. The thing is that kids, the teenagers don't like that because they can't keep moving. So, but the state duty is to do that and to locate some adults, to take care, or some of them they ask for refugee status, but they have to wait their refugee status here or in Mexico or here, So, but there are long processes. So, well, so this is a teenagers boys shelter, and they wanted to eat their country food. No, there were many from Honduras, and the staff in charge of the shelters said, "But we already made you." I don't remember the name of the plate of the dish. Yeah, but you don't know how to do it, really. So we want to make it. So please let us do it. So the negotiation was okay. We'll do it. What do we need to buy? You can be in the kitchen doing some things, but we are going to holding the knives. And if we need to cut something, you can ask us to do it. But during the cooking, the everybody relaxed, so the kids managed to use the knives, and those are the dishes they make. But they say we want to do this more. Let us do it more. So they agreed with the person in charge that every month they could do that. So they really changed the conditions, their life conditions there, and they could in inheritance, heredar,
Like inherit, or
yeah,
pass down.
for others that can, no? Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's more or less the work we do, and well, the situation of those kids are very difficult. So this project also looks for or wants to give a safe space for them, that they can also lower their stress levels, no? And they can also express what they are feeling and living, and to have some tools for their lives, to confront better all those difficult situations. We do this also in emergency situations like hurricanes, earthquakes, and we go to the places and give these sessions to help children to live those situations with less stress. So,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
It's just about 15 minutes for questions, and I'm going to open it up to you all to ask questions. If you are in the chat, if you're in Zoom and you won't have questions, you can write the questions in the chat and we will find them there.
I have two questions. One is, you mentioned in the beginning that you are doing this at various locations.
Yeah.
Are the bulk of the staff, is it staffed by volunteers?
No, this project is the money for this project comes from UNICEF. UNICEF is financing the project, and we build conform local teams. So we must search for people and train them during the work, because it's like you must go now and start playing, and we will train you during the work, and but they are local people. So we pay them, yes. Now we are more or less, we have 60 people working. Yeah.
My second question is just if you have, I was just curious if you have any data about kind of outcomes, of kids that have been impacted by the program.
Yeah,
That maybe have come back and volunteered with you or have, contacted you later and said,
yeah.
this experience kind of led to certain situations.
You know that with my grandchildren is very difficult because the thing that we have experienced in this with this population is that they recognize us because, for example, you are in a shelter in the south and you played with us and then you move and you cross all Mexico and you get to the north. And then you see a t-shirt and you say, I know you. I know you guys, no? And you are here and you go to a shelter and if you know that La Jugarreta is there, you feel safer because we are there. We are going to play with you and you are, no? So that's one of the things that it's happening. And but with the children in communities, not in an emergency situation or that, but in the Tepoztlán, we have now several people that they went to La Jugarreta groups when they were children or teenagers, and now they are working with us. They want to be promoters, they want to learn how to do that, and now they are one of them now is our national coordinator of this project, the operational. He's just talking with everybody in the country how things are going and all that. So yeah. Yeah. And more or less last year we worked with, we can serve more or less like 7,000 children.
Wow.
In this program. Yeah. Too many. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Gracias, Maria. So with the shelters on the border, how do you as a team get accepted by the people who are in charge of the shelter?
Yeah, that's well, UNICEF helps a lot. No, they have office in many of those cities, not all, but many, and the negotiation with them helps. But sometimes they don't want. Many of them they want, and why? Because those kids do not go to school. They don't have activities there. So for many shelters, it's private or religious or the government, many kinds. We have many kinds of shelters. They like our activities because the children have something to do for at least 2 hours. So, but there are the others that they don't want to, they feel that because the shelters are not in the best condition, and there are lots of them. The government they don't have the resources to supervise every shelter. So there are some that the conditions are very bad, and we also have the mission to be the eyes of UNICEF. So we also are in charge of if we see something that, I don't know, mistreatment or negligence, or I don't know, negligence, or some kind of those situations, we have to report it. So some institutions don't feel comfortable with that. But unfortunately, we had to report many sexual abuse, I don't know, it's, things, very difficult things, no? Yeah. Yeah, I think.
I'm curious
Jacob,
about-
and then-
Yeah, I'm curious about how, like what this looks like on the ground in terms of, do you guys have like a local organization, in each one of these cities? Is there like some, or is there like some sort of like traveling? Group of folks? Also, just generally wondering like, how large is the operation? How many folks are employed?
Yeah,
And are there any volunteer opportunities?
yes, there are. Our main office is in Tepoztlan. We are 10 people. 10. I lost the count now. 10 people in the central main operation office. And, but we hire the people in the cities. And we work with them in a distance mode. We have coordinators in every city, and every team has a coordinator. Some teams are large, like in Tijuana, because Tijuana has many shelters. Some teams are smaller, like 4 people, or we can have 4 or 8 or 10 people. It depends on the city. And we are the ones who travel to supervise and to help the teams and train them and all that. So that's the structure, you know. So now 60 people more or less are working in this program. Yeah. Unfortunately, UNICEF has had to cut the budget, so we had to reduce teams a few months ago. And we don't know what's going to happen next year, because UNICEF has funds for 6 months, for example. And we don't know what's going to be to happen next. No? And 1 month after the contract is finished, they can say another 6 months. Or they can say we cannot continue. We never know. So they never know also. No. Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation. Do you think that in a way for those kids that are, let's say, in transit, that stay just for a couple of days or a week, and the skills they develop during their Carreta process can help them to, they can be safer during the journey they are doing, or do you have any evidence or do you explore that?
No, we don't have evidence, but we hope so. But it's very difficult in 1 or 2 sessions to. The thing that we want is that they feel that there are adults that they can trust them, and also that they can find in others, they can find help, and that together is better. That's the feeling, no? Together we can do things and we can help each other, no? And yeah, and they can make decisions, safer decisions, like if I know there's a danger, just keep away. I don't know. It's very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You can watch, but we don't have the meaning to have evidence or what. It's very difficult to stay in touch. Very difficult. But at least we know that they had a pleasant time. That's enough. No? And sorry, I didn't answer about the volunteering. We can do that. We don't have resources to provide shelter or for the people who wants to help, but we can receive volunteers and yeah, we can talk about that. Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You mentioned Mexico City. Do you have a group there or groups there?
Yeah, there in Mexico City, there is a camp in a open space, a camp with migrants. In tents. They live in tents. So we go there and we play with the children there. Yeah. Mhm. We have those now in many cities in Mexico. And also, well, we work in 2 states that not with migrants, but in communities with high violence rates. Because those communities are the expelling communities. The families go from there, no? They migrate. So we work also in those communities, trying to give kids also other options, For example, there, a few months ago, one kid said, no, my friend, 12 years old, 13 years old, my friend now is working for the crime organization, for the drug dealers. So that, no, we are trying to give them different options. But because school is not doing that. No.
Can you talk a bit about what the work you do with the adults to
Yeah, the adults, yeah.
As I was
with the
curious about that
adults.
little point, and yeah. I wanna hear more about
Yeah.
that.
Well, in the shelters, we work with parents, with
Yeah.
mothers, and not so much with men. Men are more like, this is not for me, no, because it's, are you going to talk about kids? That's the woman's work. So they don't approach much, but some of them, yes. And there are many shelters that are with open doors, so the people can come and go. And others, you stay there and you stay there. You cannot go out. In the ones that are with open doors, the man goes out to work in something, no? So we work mostly with women, but the thing is to provide them tools to raise their kids in a non-violence mode, no? So they can talk with them more, understand what's happening with teenagers, for example, no, and to know the value of play with, no, the playing with them, and to also to have a moment for them, because they are also suffering. Adults are very stressed and they are trying to survive, and they are trying to, and they have very, very difficult stories, of the journey and why did they leave their country for security matters or poverty, or I don't know. It's the stories they tell, not only adults, also the kids, are very, very difficult, very sad. And so we work with them, with the adults too, so they can enjoy themselves and talk each other and learn something about how to raise kids,
That's great.
with respect and dialogue.
Folks, I think we've reached the end of our hour session. Maria, thank you so much
Thank
once
you.
again.
Thank you.